Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are live again, and today we want to talk about how to unlock your power self. How you unlock your power self? That is what we want to focus on today, and we are going to read Karayong's uh, article. You know, the Karayong is the most known psychologist. So he is the one who come up with the concept of consciousness, subconsciousness, and unconsciousness. So we want to then talk about how you can unlock your power. Remember, once you are here, if you question any comments, you are going to receive emojis, chat, super chat word emojis, and these emojis we are the ones that we are going to share with you. You can look at that. Another emoji that is my favorite. Always remember, it's like a game. It's a game like once you are here, it's always funny. If you like grasses, uh, on the WhatsApp you will also find this image. You see, these images are super cool, super good. Once you come to transhumanism, once you are integrating with the internet, these images are super cool and super good. That's why I have shared some with you. But there are some special images that I can share with you if you can be mostly engaged in the comment section or on the super chat if you can be most engaged in it, super chat. Yeah, that is the two images I wanted to share with you guys. So now let's dive into the article. We are going to read an article, and the article is I'm going to share with you and what we are going to explore together what it says about the power self. How can you unlock your power self? We are going to explore that together. So let me share with you guys the article, how to unlock unconsciously. Yeah, I think it's going to wait. It's loading. Yes, that's the article. I hope. Uh, wait, I should share. Yes, yes. Are you able to see the article? Yeah. So that is the this is the article, and the title is how to unlock your unconscious, how to unlock your unconscious according to Carl Jung. And once you hear your unconscious, it means how to unlock your unconscious mind according to Carl Jung. That is what we are going to look into. So let's start reading what the article says. So how to unlock your unconscious according to Carl Jung. So it's a Carl Jung theory explore the unconscious mind, emphasizing archetypes, dreams, and synchronicity to guide personal growth and self-awareness. You see, so unconscious mind is the power self. So you can look at from here. This is picture of a human head, and this is like flower. Look at this as the brain, and brain gets information. Remember from the medulla oblongata, spinal cord to the rest of the extremities. So once you look at this, you can visualize that part of this down is unconscious mind, and what is conscious is what comes in our thoughts, in our day-to-day life. That is what is conscious is our unconscious is, and we are aware of the things that are what is we are aware of the things that are we are conscious of. That's why we say it's self-awareness, because you know who you are, you know the things that you are aware of. But to gain the power self, you need now dive deep into now unconscious mind, making that unconscious conscious. It's the only way you are going to gain the power self. So as you are able to visualize this, now let's dive deep on how you can dive deep into unconscious mind, starting reprogramming it and gain the power self while still being aware of your thoughts, your dreams, your life. And once you are reprogramming, then you become hyper aware. So it says, have you ever thought about mystical ideas that appear to come from your innermost mind? Swift psychologists can believe we have a hidden wellspring of knowledge in our unconscious, things we are not aware of, but they learn in back, like the background, and we just vividly see them in dreams. Because remember, dreams most majority of the things we dream, or if we were not lucid, they they came from dreams. They came from unconscious mind, and unconscious mind is what even wake when you are sleeping. Or if you have gone into rapid eye movement, deep sleep. That is deep sleep. Still more your unconsciousness. Still more your unconscious still wakes. That's why all the vital organs, although you are sleeping, they still wake. So this piece looks at Kayong's groundbreaking thought on the subject and how we might begin to understand what it is to try tell us. By exploring concepts such as archetypes, dreams, and collective unconsciousness. You see. So on archetypes, remember they just think of the archetype of the devil, archetype of God, archetype of Jesus, or archetype of light, archetype of uh, mind, energy. They believe some people believe in those things. But once you are here, we teach you, you know what they are. Once you know what they are and you dive deep into your unconscious mind, then is now what makes you whole. But here he talked about collective unconscious. So on collective unconsciousness, majority they refer to everyone in the society. We all have collective unconsciousness based on values and uh, laws that the society share. That's why it's umbrella word is just it's called corrective and consciousness. But you as a human being, once you question them, then you discard what things that are not supposed to be for you, and you gain things that are supposed to be for you. And it's when you gain your self-awareness and the collective power self. So the psychic structure, conscious, personal, conscious, and collective unconscious. Let's look to what he said about this. So you can see all these, you can see these pictures. They are about the collective and the society itself sharing collective and consciousness. That's why you can see there is a woman, a man, the dressing code, uh, and consciousness. But we need to make them conscious. We need to question them to gain ourselves to truly understand who we are. That is the only way we are going to be whole. So deep down, still the best. So you can see it says deep down, still the person and conscious. This is where memories and experience that are currently part of our conscious awareness reside. You see. So how to get ourselves? We need to question everything. Look within, and on the process of looking within. Remember, we talk about the guided meditation, the imagination, day thinking, what questioning everything from within. Why things? Why am I experiencing this? Why am I feeling this and not this? All that is the process of knowing who you truly are and gaining power self and becoming hyper aware. Uh, here now it's about pictures. Now the octypes. Remember, octypes I have talked about. I have mentioned them that the octypes are part of our psyche that uh, control our mind. There is archetype of God, archetype of Dev, archetype of Buddha, archetype of Ibrahim, archetype of Allah, archetype of Jesus, archetype of Muhammad, archetype of Satan. All those, the things that you need to look within, explore them, question what they truly are, and if there is that lives out there, what it is, how it will live, how it will behave. So once you have stepped into questioning, then these things become easier for you to understand. That's why Gayon just came up with the concept of consciousness, unconscious, and subconscious. Because once you are diving deep into your unconscious, making unconscious conscious, you are questioning everything. Then you are reprogramming your subconscious, and it's how growth, spiritual growth happens. And your conscious things you are conscious aware, they also change. So for him, we say, think of archetypes as the cast of characters that live in the backstage of our mind, shaping the stories we live and the ones we tell. These archetypes are universal symbols inherited from our ancestors, shared across all cultures, embodied in what Kayong called the collective unconsciousness. So for you to and for example, the mother archetype, whether she is the comforting embrace of Mother Teresa or the protective fears of Karen Hill Teresa, this nurturing caregiver shows up everywhere. Think about how even stranger will try to soothe crying child. It's instinct. So you see all the naming. Oh, but those is part of the part of the unconsciousness. So the archetype of mother, father, all those, they are powerful archetypes because it's what gives us an identity of who we are talking to, and who. But in reality, remember, is mathematics, all that exists is number, is the information. That's why we say dive deep into those unconscious uh, processes, unconscious thoughts, questioning them, making them conscious, so that you should gain your power self. You should find your true self, and you got to know who is not telling the truth, who is telling the truth, and you are going to become hyper aware. So he said the shadow refers to concealed and dark aspects of one's personality that may prefer not to acknowledge, like hidden evil side. It could manifest as unexpected load range when cut off in traffic. You see? So shadow self, remember, is the same as it. Shadow self are the things on personal level you hide from your unconscious self. So embracing your shadow is most important because shadow projection is much dangerous than embracing the shadow. Shadow projection is what comes out via anger, hatred towards others, because you someone how is portraying it might be easy also inside you, so it projects on the other as an enemy, as an enemy. So it's about dreams uh, and their about, here it's about dreams and their symbolic language. So all these are the archetypes of things you might dream of. All you need is to give them meaning, or you have a dream journal, so that once it happens again, and the more you write your dreams, the more you remember your dreams, the more lucid you become, and the more you grow. Because remember, we talked about the flower, we also talked about the flower of life, how flower of life grows. It's all about lucid awakening in the lucid dreaming. So now, synchronicity is about now synchronizing the two, putting all the things that you have driven from unconscious to conscious, and giving them meaning, and be aware of them, and have the identity of I, identity of you yourself as a being. So, so this article says synchronicity, another message, can be thought of as a sign from the universe. You see, a moment when unrelated events happen to line up in a way that feels meaningless. Kayong came up with the term to describe temporary, coincidental occurrence of unusual events. In other words, it's when things just seem to go together improbably well beyond what chance or your logical mind might say. And that could be evidence of some hidden design. Think of about old friend. So it's all about synchronizing. You know who the friend is, because you know the where. Remember, you, once you have the eye, you also need to have the identity of the other. You have to use your. Remember, we talked about the mirror self, the persona, and the persona. So the mirror self is who you look at yourself and how you identify to others, and the persona is the you as a person, individual, and the journey towards wholeness. Now, getting power self, and now it's about the journey towards wholeness.